Today we start with the PLSQL. PLSQL stands for Procedural Language Extension to SQL. So in a SQL, we can use the PLSQL, but PLSQL is nothing but it is just like some kind of procedural language or some kind of programming language we have to use. It is basically it is used when you are using SQL. It tells you uh, what to do. Means it is giving you the instruction that you have to retrieve the record from your database. But how you have to retrieve the data from the database, uh, it is basically PLSQL giving you that kind of structure. It stands for Procedural Language Extension of SQL. In Oracle Corporation Standard Data Access Language for Relational Database, it seamlessly integrate the procedural construct with SQL. So here what happened, if you notice, in a programming language like if and else construct we are using, plus some kind of SQL or database concept we are using, then combined it is called as a PLSQL. Now structured query language is a primary language which is used to access and modify the data in the relational database. There are only few commands, so you can easily learn and use them. So it is a SQL is a primary language that we are already working with the SQL. The SQL is used to access the information, modify the information in the relational database. Then consider an example. Suppose if I pass select first name, department ID, salary from employees, so it will retrieve the record of first name, department ID, and salary. The preceding SQL statement is simple and straightforward. However, if you want to alter any data that is retrieved in a conditional manner, you soon encounter the limitation of the SQL. Means after getting a result, then you have to modify the result and you have to giving a limitation to the result. So it is not happened. It is only retrieve all the record and it is giving you the output in a container. So from the container, after you are getting a result, it is stored in a container. Now you have to display the record which you want to display to the user. So here, after getting a result, there is no other concept is present in the SQL that you have to restrict on the data or resultant output. Looking at the problem, you know that you have to execute the preceding SQL statement, collect the data, and apply the logic to the data. Okay, so for this problem, that we have to execute the preceding SQL statement, collect the data, and apply logic to the data. One solution is to write the SQL statement for each dependent to give bonus to the employee in that department. Remember that you also have to check the salary component before deciding the bonus amount. This makes it little complicated. A more effective solution might include the conditional statement. PLSQL is designed to meet such requirement. It provides a program extension to the already existing SQL. So here it is giving you a scenario in this part that you have to retrieve a salary of employee. Now you have to verify that you have to provide the bonus to the employee based upon their salary. Then when you notice the employee salary structure, then the bonus has to be given depend upon the what are the salary the employee uh, what has gained. Now what happened in that situation? You have to use the conditional construct. Okay, you have to give a condition if salary is between this, then the bonus will be suppose 2000. If salary is again suppose 8000 to 9000, then bonus is supposed to 3000. So it is what? It is based upon the salary you have to give a bonus. So for checking that, we're using the conditional construct. The conditional construct is not present in the PLSQL. So for that limitation, the PLSQL contain the conditional construct. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Then about PLSQL, it provides a block structure for executable unit of a code. Maintenance of code is made easier with such well-defined structure. It provides the procedural construct such as it gives you the variable. The variable normally we are using in the programming language. So here it contains the variable, constant, data types, control structures such as conditional statement, loop, reusable program unit that are written once and execute many times. So you have to write the program once and you have to use to many times. So it is a runtime architecture of the PLSQL. Okay. See that we are writing PLSQL. Now it is a PLSQL engine. In PLSQL engine, it it has the combination of your SQL statement and PLSQL statement. The SQL statement is execute in SQL statement executor. The SQL statement is executed in separate part. PLSQL statement is executed in a separate part. That is called as the procedural statement executor. So for both, the executor is different. SQL statement executor is different. Procedural statement executor is different. Okay. You take the photo of this, right? This one.
Yes, sir. Eh,
Then PLSQL runtime architecture. The diagram in the slide shows the PLSQL block being executed by the PLSQL engine. Where the PLSQL engine resides in. The PLSQL engine reside in the Oracle database for executing store program. It is reside in the Oracle database for executing stored program, stored subprogram, the Oracle form client, and it is also present in the Oracle form client when you run the client and server application, or in the Oracle application server when you use the Oracle form services. Okay, so it is present in the two part. One is Oracle database for executing stores of program, or it may be present in the Oracle form client when you run the client server application, or in the application server when you use the Oracle form. The irrespective of the PLSQL runtime environment, the basic architecture remains same. Therefore, all PLSQL statements are processed in procedural statement execute. So if you see here, all your procedural statement, okay, so it is execute in the all your PLSQL. Okay, so PLSQL is executed in the procedural statement executor, and all SQL statement must be sent to the SQL statement executor for processing by the Oracle server process. The SQL environment, so here it's saying that the SQL statement is executed in the Oracle server process. Means all the database related thing it is executed in the Oracle or SQL statement executor. The SQL environment may also invoke the PLSQL environment. The PLSQL engine is a virtual machine that resides in the memory and process the PLSQL M code instruction. The PLSQL engine is a virtual machine. Okay. It is a virtual machine that resides in the memory and process the PLSQL M code. M code means machine code. As the PLSQL contain the programming language structure, so computer doesn't understand any kind of programming language. So by using a PLSQL compiler, it converted to the machine code. That machine code, the computer can understand that. So the PLSQL engine is a virtual machine that resides in the memory and process the PLSQL machine code instruction. When the PLSQL engine encounters a SQL statement, when you found in the PLSQL engine the SQL statement is present, a context switch is made to pass the SQL statement to the Oracle server process. Okay, so in a PLSQL statement, you found both procedural language statement and SQL statement. Then the context switch is made. It is divided that part and send the SQL statement to the Oracle server process. The PLSQL engine wait for the SQL statement to complete and for the result to be returned before it continue to process the subsequent statement in the PLSQL block. The Oracle form PLSQL engine run in the client for the client server implementation. Form means what? Where you are giving a input. So when you are using Oracle form, the user is giving a input. So that is run in the client machine. So it is used in the client server implementation. And in the application server for the form service implementation, in either case, SQL statements are typically sent over a network to an Oracle server for processing. Take photo of this.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in this part?
No, sir.
Then benefit of the PLSQL. It is integration of the procedural construct with SQL. So in the procedural construct means in a programming construct you are using SQL statement, and it improves the performance. Means as per your requirement you display the record. If you notice here, we are having SQL1 and SQL2 statement, and this SQL statement is included in the if and the if then else logic. So if then SQL statement else then SQL statement were including in this part. The benefit of the PLSQL is a integration of procedural construct with SQL. The most important advantages of the PLSQL is the integration of procedural construct with SQL. SQL is a non-procedural language. When you issue a SQL command, your command tells the database server what to do. However, you cannot specify how to do it. The PLSQL integrate the control statement and conditional statement with SQL. It gives you the better control of your SQL statement and their execution. So you have the better control on the SQL statement. Next is it contains improved performance. Without PLSQL, you would not able to logically combine the SQL statement as one unit. If you have design an application that contain a form, you may have many different form with field in each form. Form means where you are giving your input. It may be a what when you are creating an account in a Gmail, that is asking you your name, first name, last name, date of birth, then contact number, then recovery mail ID, recovery number. So where you are giving a input, that is called as the form. So if you have designed an application that contain a form, you may have many different form which field in each form. When a form submit data, you may have to execute a number of SQL statements. So when you submit a data, then the data will store in a database. For storing the data in a database, we have to use a insert command. So that insert command.
Yes.
Mhm. So when you are writing the SQL statement, the when you fill up a form, so after fill up a form, then your information will be stored in a database. For storing the data in a database, you require what? A database connectivity, or you require the SQL statement should be there. So here it's telling you that when you have execute number of SQL statement, the SQL statement are sent to the database one at a time. This result in many network trip and one call to the database for each SQL statement, thereby increasing the network traffic and reducing the performance. With the PLSQL, you can combine all these SQL statement into a single program unit. The application can send the entire block to the database instead of sending the SQL statement one at a time. Suppose you are creating a table. So after creating a table, if you want to insert 20 record at a time in your table, so it cannot be happened in SQL. So you have to execute one by one statement. So when you execute one by one statement, then it will 20 time you have to execute it. So when 20 time you have to execute, that means it will increase the network traffic. So instead of writing the SQL statement one by one, so you have to write this multiple SQL statement in a begin and end block. So normally in the SQL we are using begin and end block where we are passing the 10, 20, any number of SQL statement and at once we are executing. So that what happened? Suppose you have 100 lines of SQL statement. So instead of executing 100 line one by one, so at a time you can execute all the statements. So it is stored in your database. So that what happened? Your 99 time of execution is saved. So for executing one SQL statement, one time you have to choose the execute button, so that there may be a network traffic. So here what happened? You have to choose all the statement at once and execute it. All the statement is inserted in the SQL statement in your database. So take this photo. Benefit of PLSQL.
Yes, sir.
Another benefit is what? Now modularized program development. The basic unit in PLSQL program is the block. The block can be in a sequence or they can be nested in another block. Okay, so in a block you can include another block. You can group the logical related statement within the block. You can nest the block inside a larger block to build a powerful program. So in a block you can include another block to make your program powerful. You can break your application into smaller module. If you are designing the complex application, PLSQL allow you to break down the application into a smaller, manageable, and logical related module. So you can break your program into a smaller part, manageable part, or logical related module. You can easily maintain and debug the code. In PLSQL, modularization is implemented using procedure, function, and packages. Okay, so that thing we discuss later. Integration with tool. PLSQL engine is integrated in Oracle tool such as Oracle Form, Oracle Report. When you use this tool, the locally available PLSQL engine process the procedural statement only. The SQL statement are passed to the database. So your PLSQL is integrated with Oracle tool such as Oracle Form, Oracle Report. So when you use this tool, the locally available PLSQL engine process the procedural statement. Next is portability. The PLSQL program can run anywhere on the Oracle server run, irrespective of operating system and the platform. You do not need to customize them to each new environment. You can write the portable program package and create a library that can be reused in the different environment. The portability means it will run in any kind of devices. So PLSQL program can run anywhere. Okay, the Oracle server run. So where Oracle server run, PLSQL is also run on that platform. So you do not need to customize them to each new environment. Then PLSQL contain the exception handling. PLSQL enable you to handle the exception in efficient manner. Means you can handle the runtime error by using of exception handler. You can define the separate block for dealing with exception. Okay, so this part also we have in the next modules. Okay, we discuss in that chapter. Take photo.
Yes, sir.
The PLSQL block structure. What are the blocks we are using in PLSQL? One is declarative section. The declarative section begins with keyword declare and ends with executable section. Okay, so first it's starting with a declare. Then all the statement that you include, it is started with begin. The executable section begins with keyword begin. So any statement or PLSQL statement you have to write. So you have to write within the block that is begin and end statement. And there is a optional exception handling section is present. So this section is nested within the executable section. And all PLSQL block must be conclude or it is complete by using of end statement. If you show this, declare, it contains to declare any variable or function. If you want to execute any kind of statement, you can include in the begin and end block. And there is another option is present, exception handling block. It specifies the action to perform the error and abnormal condition. The declare is optional, executable section is mandatory, exception is also optional. First you take this photo.
Sir, एटा जो अच्छी सेक्शन डिस्क्रिप्शन इंक्लूजन The declarative टा optional मानने
Declare is the variable declaration or a function declaration. It is optional. It is not mandatory. When you write a PLSQL statement, the keyword declare is not a mandatory for writing the program. You may include, suppose there is a requirement for declaring a variable, then you include declare statement. If there is no need, if you have the problem that you only display the data, so at that timing there is no requirement of declaring any variable. So it is the optional part. Here,
yes sir.
then take this photo.
Yes sir.
The next part we cover in the next class. Okay? Tomorrow we will discuss.